Hi everybody, this is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and I wanted to show you today how I made this really cute Christmas card using the Painted Harvest stamp set to make my tree. So I wanted to show that to you. I used Painted Harvest to make the tree. I used the little flower here in Dashing Deer for the flowers. And I used Timeless Tidings for the sentiment, may the warmth of Christmas fill each corner of your heart and home. So I wanted to show you how I made this card. I also used old olive ink and cherry cobbler. I used some of our pearls. I used some of our old olive sheer ribbon. And I also used our stitched shape dies and our layering circles dies to cut these out. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to stamp first our sentiment, and I'm going to do it in the cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to stamp that inside of our stitched circle. Okay. Oh, a little too far off. Let's go ahead and turn that over. That's what I like about our paper, so we can just flip it right over. All right. Well, I'm off today. Okay. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and grab. So, I spend an entire day sometimes going through and pre-cutting a bunch of our stitch die shapes. So that didn't work. Let's go ahead and just grab another one. So I have baggies these all over the place for the sizes that I use the most. Like I said, I just take one day and I sit and I cut. Usually on a Sunday when I'm binge watching TV. There, okay, perfect. There we go, right in the center. All right, may the warmth of Christmas fill each corner of your heart and home. All right, just wipe that off with my chamois. All right, so we've got that one. We'll attach this to this later. I'm still going to need my cherry cobbler to do my flowers, but I'm going to put it away for now. I'm going to go ahead and get out my old olive. Now, the Painted Harvest stamp set is one from the annual catalog, one that carried over from last year. And it's this beautiful double layer stamp that looks like a sunflower, or it could look like a wreath. Here we go. I have a card handy isn't that pretty when you put the two layers together? So anyhow, I'm going to use that though to make the tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sharper image as opposed to the bolder image. I'm going to get out my Stampin' Pierce mat and a piece of scrap paper. You can see that I used the scrap paper before making this one. So let's go ahead and actually turn it this way. All right, so I'm just going to ink it up, and I'm going to start off my paper. Okay, down here let me zoom out just a little bit. Down here in the corner. All right, and I'm purposely going to go off the paper. There we go. All right, and I'm just going to keep going. I probably don't want that out any more than that. I'm fill in some of those areas. Oh, I'm going to turn my stamp around. So, you know, sometimes you over ink it and you get some of the schmutz. On this particular design, it's okay because we're going to cover that with more stamping. And it's going to look like a tree anyway, so it's all good. Easy to fix. I'm going to go narrower as I get to the top. All right, now I'm going to fill in some of these holes so it looks like more tree branches, less white space. And you can, that's all preference, so you do what you want. There we go. But I think that looks great as a profile view of a Christmas tree. So I'm going to leave that just like that. I'm going to put my old olive ink away, and I'm going to get back out my cherry cobbler. All right, and I'm going to take my Stampin' Pierce mat away because I'm going to be using a red rubber stamp. All right, now I'm going to put this in my cherry cobbler ink, and I'm just going to stamp it with no rhyme or reason where it is I want to put it on my tree. Then I'm just going to stamp a bunch of them. I think I want one more down here. Okay. So I've got those. All right. So I think that is all the stamping I'm going to do. And then we can go ahead and put our card together. So let me give you some sizes. So this piece I have cut 3.5 by 5 1/4, and that's my Whisper White. I have a piece of our Under the Mistletoe Designer Series paper. It's double-sided. And this is cut 1 by 5 1/4. And then I have a piece of Old Olive. That's a piece of 8.5 by 11, cut in half, and then scored at 4 1/4 to make my card base. Let me go ahead and get my piece of ribbon. Oh, actually, I'm going to do this first. I am going to adhere just a very little bit of adhesive down the side. Okay, just like that. And then I am going to overlap ever so slightly my Whisper White with my Designer Series paper. Actually, I'm going to overlap it more than I thought. I'm going to overlap it about that much. Okay, and I'm going to do that because I'm going to wrap my ribbon around it. And I just want a little border on my card. All right, so that looks just about right. All right, let me go ahead and open my ribbon. And I'm going to cut a piece of ribbon that's a little bit longer because I'm going to do the cheater method. All right, and if you're not familiar with the cheater method, it's very simple. Just grab some of your kitchen tape or some washi tape. Okay, you're going to lay your piece of ribbon down. I'm going to put a piece of tape on it. I'm going to fold it over the back. Okay, I'm going to come down here, do the same thing, fold it over the back, tape it, and there you go. This way you're not wasting a whole bunch of ribbon just for the back of your card. All right, so let me go ahead and adhere down my card front. This is a real quick, simple card to make. Okay, let me go ahead and adhere that down. Whoop, too much border on that side. Oh, and a little more on the side. All right. There we go. All right. I'm going to adhere my sentiment to my scalloped circle. What I like about it, it's a nice tight circle. See how tiny the scallop edges are? I really like that. All right. So let me go ahead and get some dimensionals. I love our dimensionals, so I'm going to put probably 3 on the back of this guy because I want it to pop up, except I just got it stuck to the front because, well, what would a video be? Here we go. If I didn't mess it up, right? It's all good. It can all be fixed. All right. All right, I'm going to set this right about here. Okay, and on this one, I have this big piece of red ribbon. All right, on this one, do I want the green ribbon? I think on this one I want the green ribbon, I think. Let me go ahead and tie it and I'll see. So let's tie our ribbon. I just don't know if I want the red on this one or not. I probably do. I may have to go get it. Just keep playing with your bow until it's right. Yeah, I want the red. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I had gotten the original piece of ribbon out of my tin of tags, and I didn't bring it over before I started the video. But let's go ahead and fold that before I cut it. Oh, and that's real red ribbon that I have going on. And honestly, the real red is in the Designer Series paper, and it's in the ribbon, But I think it goes fine mixing the Real Red and the cherry cobbler on the paper. And when I tried to do Real Red poinsettias, they didn't come out as well as the cherry cobbler ones did. So that's why I'm using the cherry cobbler ink. Okay. I know some of you are saying, well, if she would just cut her nails, it'd be easier to make the bows, but that's not going to happen. So I will just sit and fiddle with the bow. All right, there we go. My scissors, and I'm going to cut this at an angle, and cut this at an angle, and actually I want to make this a little bit smaller. And yes, quite often I fuss around with bows until I get them exactly the way I want them. It's just who I am. All right, there we go, much better. Okay, let me get a glue dot. I'm gonna stick that on top. And then I'm gonna put some of the pearls on. So I've got my glue dot. Let's go ahead and put the bow right on the top of my tree, right there. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my pearls. Now you can use your take your pick tool. I just use my fingernails. See, they come in handy for some things, and just slide them off. So our old pearls and rhinestones used to be connected by a piece of adhesive, and I like the new ones because they are all separate on the carrier sheet, which makes it easier to slide them onto your project, I think. All right, so put them there. I think the pearls just really make this card. And it doesn't take that long to make, but I think it's really pretty. It's a nice alternate way to use your Painted Harvest stamp set to get some more use out of it, other than just for the sunflowers. I've got a couple more here to go. 3 more. 1. I will link all the products that I used below this video, as well as on my Randy's Crafty Creations Facebook page, so that you can purchase these from my site at randycollins.stampinup.net. Excellent. I would appreciate it if you like what you see to go ahead and join my Facebook page, see what goes on. I share all my creations, my crochet creations, my paper crafting creations, anything. I'm a crafter and I love to craft. It looks like that bow is up a little higher. So let me put this bow on top of let me move it. Our glue dots are forgiving for a little bit. There we go. Let me just put that on top. All right. Awesome. So there we have it. Our Christmas cards made with the Painted Harvest stamp set. So thanks for joining me. I hope that I was able to help you come up with a great Christmas card idea. And again, please check out my Randy's Crafty Creations Facebook page for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks for watching and have a great day.